And all these new video vixens trying to be Melissa Ford, but they don't know Melissa Ford drive a Honda Accord. She's a video vixen, but behind closed doors, she'll do whatever it takes to get to the Grammy Awards.
Yo, see, she'll do whatever it takes.
So that was 2006.
Wow.
And like I remember when that song first came out, I was like, yo, this is such a bop.
Yo, for sure. We're here in the new year, talking about 2006. We're in 2023. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. It is officially 2020 me season.
Yo.
So that's what we're doing this year.
And to think about it too, because when first 2020 came about, everybody had that mindset, oh, clear vision, good vision, I want to do that. But honestly, 2020 is 10 years, because we're going to keep saying 2024, 2020. It's still 2020.
Yeah. This is the 20s.
Yeah,
this is the 20s.
So,
and I remember 2020,
yeah.
like the first day, I was like, I'm positive this is going to be a good year. Check this out. A week later, relationship broken off.
Yeah.
The next month, my stepfather passes away.
Yeah.
March, COVID hits.
Yeah.
We're stuck in the house.
Yeah.
I have all this shit in my mind. I'm like, damn, 2020, what the fuck did I do?
Yeah, for sure.
But it's all good though.
Yeah, so you got a whole decade to say 2020. These years are going to make the better you. You know what I mean? This is to mold you into that better you. We all have things we got to work on, and it's okay to. What I mean? No one's perfect. But talking about Happy New Year, how long do you think you have to keep saying that to people? Like, say you haven't seen them since last year. Do you keep saying Happy New Year? Like is there like a off limit? Like, all right, after January, I don't have to say Happy New Year to someone that I haven't seen.
I feel like the max should be like the second or the third day.
Are you serious?
After that, it's like, shut the fuck up. Like,
What?
I don't care. Like, leave me alone. Because I feel like people, they just over exaggerate. Like, oh, Happy New Year. Happy New Year. It's like, leave me alone.
Yeah.
I'm done. The holidays are over. It's back to the grind. I'm done. No more holidays. I don't care.
I was going to say until like the next holiday. But they is
What, Martin Luther King?
Oh, yeah, true.
Alright, so a couple weeks you're saying.
Because honestly, we celebrate the first, but the rest of the continents, their New Year just passed.
Yeah.
It was the 22nd. And I just learned about this, that they're calling it Lunar Year, because us Americans, we call it Chinese New Year, which is not just the Chinese, it's Japanese, it's Japan, it's Vietnam, some other places too, like Asia.
Yeah.
They celebrate it on the 22nd. So I was just like, oh, okay, so Americans, we celebrate it at this time, and then they celebrate at that time, so they're calling it Lunar New Year. And I was just like, okay, so if they celebrate at a different time, why is that? Like, do you know why is that? Like,
I have no idea. I just know that this is the year of the rabbit.
Yeah.
It's the year of the rabbit. We're both roosters.
Hey, when you go to the Chinese restaurant, oh, what am I? A cock? No.
Honestly, I was pissed off when I first found out I was a cock. Like, seriously? And then literally, like, the next year, 94 is a dog. I'm like, I'm a dog! Like, come on. A rooster?
Yeah, bro. But yeah, I guess the reason why they call it Lunar Year is because that's what years are about, is the earth going around the moon, or the sun going around us in 365 days, and that completes the year. So the first full moon of that year is their New Year's. So this year it was the 22nd. So each year is a different date. Like, ours is always the first. You already know January 1st, that's New Year's. Theirs is always a different date. It's kind of like Easter for us. So I was very surprised about that. Like, that's what they go based off. And do you know who created the calendar?
The Mayans.
The Mayans. Okay. Yeah, I was looking it up because I was just like, I was fascinated. I was just like, yo, who started this stuff? Who
created the months, the days, the time?
Yeah, who said, oh, all right, this is the New Year, this day, And I looked it up, and they were saying Julius Caesar. And Julius Caesar, before that, I just knew him as the Caesar salad guy.
I knew him as March 15th.
For real?
March 15th is also called the AIDS of March, if I'm not mistaken. And
wow.
it's a day where you have to beware of like backstabbing friends and people. Because like back in like his time, long story short, like his friends pretty much killed him.
Oh wow, he was betrayed.
Yeah, he was betrayed.
Wow.
So March 15th is like a day that you got to be careful and watch your back.
March 15th.
March 15th.
I've never heard that, bro.
Yeah.
So specific, just that one day. You gotta watch out every day, man.
March Madness, smack dab in the middle.
Yo.
Gotta be careful.
Yo, facts. And yeah, so I found out that he was the one that he was looking for what do they call them? Mathematicians or like people?
Mathematician?
Yeah, like he was looking for those type of people. He was like, you know what 1 + 1 is? Yo, come on. So he was gathering all the people that were really smart and was good with numbers, and they created the first calendar, and it was originally only 10 months. And I guess it wasn't lining up with the seasons, the way the sun, like the summer solstice and winter solstice, it wasn't lining up with the crops and the farmers, so they had to figure out a new plan, and then they added 2 more months. Now we have the 12 months, and that's why I always thought about it. We have 52 weeks in 1 year, but there's only 4 weeks in each month, right? 4 weeks is 1 month, but if you do 52 divided by 4, it's a
decimal.
Yeah, it comes out with a weird number, and where does that add-on go to? Like, what does that create to? You know what I mean? But they figure it out. they said that's it. Some years are 366 because of the leap years.
Yeah, the leap year.
They also had to figure that out too, and this is all in like ancient Roman times. Like they're saying the Romans created this Julius Caesar, and he got all these people, and then it took so long for the whole world to adapt to it, but to this day, 2023, we have our New Year and then Lunar New Year. You know what I mean? So there's still 2 different sides of the world that go on their own like calendar. You know, so many religions don't go with the calendar that we're used to. So I was just thinking about that. I was like, yo, if you could choose to have your own like New Year, would you keep it in January or would you move it around? Would you want it in the summer?
I mean, that's a good question. Now that you mentioned summertime.
Yeah. But, like think about it. In the wintertime, you're all cold. The days are short. You don't feel that motivated. Like yeah, you feel energized because it's a new year. But the days are so short. You feel like so thing. Imagine in the summer, it's just the longest day. You're just out there, nice warm weather. Like yeah, this is my new year. I'm gonna start it fresh. You know.
You definitely make valid points.
So that's the crazy part. Like that, like there was different time periods for New Year's. Like people that always follow this calendar that we're just brainwashed to do. You know, since kids, it's always been here. So we just think it's normal. So it was just cool, like to find that out, that the pagans, I guess they called them back then, the pagans, and they just started creating like the holidays and like all these days. I kind of feel like that's why we're like in a simulation type of feel.
Like time is an illusion. Yeah,
like every year you already know what holiday is what. Like you already know this is the 1st of January, the 2nd is February. Like everything is just like already so automated. Like it's just like on a cycle now.
Yeah.
Like, everyone just keeps repeating each year, like with the same holidays, the same celebrations. And I guess the reason why Christmas and New Year's are so close together is also another like moon thing. It has to do with like the full moons, the last two weeks or something like that. So that's what they based it off, is like the earth revolving around the moon, and that's how they came up with that we have 365 days in a year, because it takes that much time to go around the sun, you know. So it makes sense. It's kind of cool how they came up with that back then, you know. That's
way back in the day.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had that thought. I was just like, would I change it? Would I want the New Year to be in the summer, or is it better to be in the winter time?
Or in the springtime or fall?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, exactly. Like to choose. I think if I would choose, I think the spring. I'm always the in between guy, the spring and the fall.
Yeah, I'm the same too. And like, I was thinking, you know, I stick to tradition. The 1st of January would be New Year's Day. But now that you bring that up, I think to celebrate the end of summer,
Yeah.
going into fall, I think that would be like a good time to like celebrate like the end of the year.
Yeah.
You know, because like the change of seasons,
Yeah.
you go from summer to fall, and in this area, you can tell the difference right off rip.
Yeah.
Like when it gets to spring, it's still cold.
Yeah.
You know, but it's like you go to spring, summer, and then into fall, it like automatically dips to cold.
Yeah.
Like you don't like breeze your way into it. It starts it starts to slow down a little bit. It just drops from 70 one day to like 50, 40. It's like it's crazy. So I think like the last day of summer would be a good day for that.
Nice. Yeah, I mean that is a good time too. Like you said, going into the from the warm to the cold.
Yeah.
I mean, you just enjoyed your best time, you know, in the summertime. So to end the year, you know, you have that feeling like all right, yeah, I had a good time this year, and then go into the next year, you know, with the cold.
Whoa.
Yo.
Ah.
That's iconic right there.
Yeah.
But yeah, the 2023, they're saying it's the 2020 me. Have you ever been that type to play into that, like, oh, new year, new me? Have you ever said that?
I would have to look on my Twitter to see if
Yes,
like
bro.
the teenage Roberto said some shit like that.
Yeah.
Cause like I know social media, like before the year's over, right? People are like, you know, starting next year, I'm cutting everybody off. Fuck this, fuck that. It's all about me.
Yeah.
And then the first day, it's like they go back to the same shit. You know? So it's like I don't think I was ever a part of that whole revolution, like the whole new year, new me movement. You know,
Yeah.
It's a new year. Just continue to improve, do better, and like don't blurt it out. You know, just move in silence. I know on social media everyone posts a picture talking about new year, new me, before taxes, after taxes. You know, so nah, I don't think I was ever that person to put that.
I think I have been guilty of that, maybe even subconsciously, like just it being like a part of my life every year. Everyone
It's a fresh start.
Yeah, everyone has that mindset, like, oh, it's a new year. It's like that feeling of new. Like they use that word so much throughout our whole life. Like you're attached to that. You're like, it's just like, oh, new. Okay, yeah, it's a new year. So I think subconsciously I'm already programmed to feel like that. Like, oh, new year, alright, new me. You know what I mean? But I don't know if I ever like stuck to that. Like, alright, I need this slogan to get me through. Like I feel like nowadays, like if I want to start something new, I don't have to wait for a new year. Like a new day is great, you know, like you could start anything new any day, you know what I mean? So that's where I'm at right now. But back then, like, yeah, just being programmed to like, all right, it's a new year, so we got to do something new. You know, we got, you know what I mean?
We got to hit the gym.
Yeah, that's another thing too. Like that's another wave. Like when did that start to be a thing? Like, okay, the gyms, the marketing of the gyms are just like, all right, it's a new year, so people gotta get fit. Let's just try to market this and get a lot of memberships around that time. Like I think Planet Fitness was one of the first ones to like, all right, $1 down, you know, just.
And they do that throughout the year too.
Yeah.
Like they'll end it like mid-January, and then like, oh, for Valentine's Day, instead of buying your girl's chocolate, buy herself a membership. Go to Planet Fitness, put a quarter down, $10 a month. You know, like January is a rough month, and I slacked a bit these past few weeks because it's just the unusual amount of people, like the people that you've never seen before, just taking up the space, taking up what you want to do, and it's like, I notice like some people who go on the stairs or the treadmill and they get off, I always look at the time. 8 minutes? What the fuck is this shit?
Odd number.
8 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I try to stay on for like at least 25, 30 minutes. Because like I've been going for so long, so consistently. I want to continue to fucking improve and get better. So it's like these new people, it's like I got to give it to them. At least they're trying.
Yeah,
they're putting their foot out there.
Yeah, I was gonna play devil's advocate and just say we were there at one point.
Yeah, for sure.
We were a part of that crowd a few times, a few years, you know. Like you said, 2015. My last time, remember, I think it was the beginning of 2020, before COVID. We even knew about it. Like I think it was like 5 of us that was going to the gym.
Yeah, and I remember clearly, like, there was like a few days where I just didn't want to go.
Yeah.
Like, I was completely out of focus. Like, I didn't want to deal with anything. I didn't want to go. But like, you stuck around. Like, you pushed me. You encouraged me to go.
Yeah,
and that really, really helped me out during such a bad phase in my life. And I needed it. And to this day, like, I always appreciate you being that encouraging person, that encouraging spirit to uplifts not only me but your people around you, and just to look at the brighter things.
I appreciate that. You're gonna make me cry. Nah, yeah, nah, and that's what life's about. You know, those memories that you can create with your loved ones. You know what I mean?
Because honestly, it feels like it was yesterday.
Yeah.
It feels like it was yesterday, and now, fast forward to present day. If I do go tomorrow, like if I feel better, it's gonna be 21 weeks.
Nice.
21 weeks. These past few weeks though, like I've gone probably like 3 times or 4 days out of the week, because like I started to feel like a little mental fatigue. Like, I don't know.
It happens. It's a roller coaster, bro. You have your ups and downs for sure.
Yeah, exactly. And it's because of the new year, the new people, it being so crowded. Like, you can't do what you want to do. So like, I fell back a little bit, but like it never stopped me from like not going completely. I think the longest break I went was like 6 days.
Nice.
For like the first time in like a long time. Like, the last time I took like an extended break was probably when I had first started to go consistently. Was back in September, I think, when it was like actually October for Columbus Day. Randomly Columbus Day, because it was a Monday, day off. I was like, nah, I'm not gonna go. I'm just gonna enjoy this long weekend. And now I'm here.
Yeah, no, for sure. And we gotta appreciate that time, because you know what I mean, it's a journey. We're all on our own journey. So when you see crowded gyms, like, it is frustrating. I went to the gym the other day for the first time at 6 o'clock at night, and I was just so shocked at how many people were there. I was not used to it. And I was just like, oh my god, so many people are here. It was a little irritating, because I'm just like, yo, it's like the stretching area was all crowded and stuff. And I'm just like, well, all right, I found my own spot, stretch real quick. And I'm just like, okay, I mean, at least people are coming, you know what I mean? And and that's how you gotta look at it. Everyone's on their own journey, and then you gotta look at your own journey and just focus on that. And but 2020 me, I didn't hear about this until you told me about it.
It's funny because it was fucking it was Rory and Maul.
Oh yeah.
that said that, and they started dying. Maul was like, yo, 2020 me is nuts. If you think about it. But yeah, that's the only time I heard it. It's from them.
Yo, it's the threes, bro. Like 2003, 1993. We're turning 30 this year. I mean, that's a milestone age.
Yeah, it is. It's definitely a milestone. I got a couple songs that I'm gonna play when our birthdays hit. That's just gonna hit well with us. So I can't wait for those moments.
So I expect this to be like another blessing, you know what I mean? Like, it's a new year. Blessed to have another new year on this earth, for sure. And I just want to continue to grow and just appreciate life, just that's all, you know what I mean? The resolutions, I mean, what do they call it?
New Year's resolutions?
Yeah, New Year's resolutions. Like, I'm not really too big on that. Like, I know people like go really in depth, like they make a whole list, like I want to do this year, that year. I'm not that type of person. Are you? You don't really write anything down?
If anything, I might like make a mental note.
Exactly.
Make a mental note and just continue from there. But I never been the one to like write it down like on paper or in the notepad section on my phone. I just keep it inside my head.
Nice. Yeah, and like resolutions is stuff like what you want to like get better at. It could be anything, right?
Like you want to cut off fast food, you want to cut off soda, you want to eat better, you want to go to the gym, you want to read more books, you want to write more. It could be anything. You could be a stripper, you could be a porn star, an actor, a basketball player. Like you could do it.
You can be aspire to be anything as long as you believe in yourself. You could panhandle. you know.
Yeah, it makes $300 a day. So like,
nah, yo, talk about the panhandlers. They're ruining Pawtucket, yo. The bridges. Have you drove by underneath the bridges? All that trash.
yo, like honestly, that's scary. That's sad. And like now that they opened the new Pawtucket Central Falls transit hadn't passed by.
Yeah,
They opened it last week.
Nice. I haven't drove inside, but I have drove by and all the lights are on and stuff.
I can only imagine like the people who are gonna go over there.
Oh, true. Yeah.
Like ruin it.
I mean, but I feel like that's so open. I doubt a lot of people will go over there. Cause if it was like more shelter, then yeah. But it's very open over there. It doesn't really look like much shelter where people can like sleep underneath stuff. Like the bridges are really bad right now, where like people sleep underneath the bridges. I mean, to each his own. A part of me feels like they're doing something right, you know, the way they're living, but for the wrong reasons. But that's for another topic. But I'm always driving by the bridges and it's all trashy and stuff. But talking about the transit, like, what does that train go to? Does it just go to Pawtucket and CF and that's
Honestly,
it?
I have no idea. Like, that was supposed to be done last summer.
Wow.
Last summer, there was a sign, it's coming, summer 2022. And they put that sign up, summer 2021.
Yeah.
And they just finished in this month, January 2023.
Yeah, a lot of people say Pawtucket, like, they have a lot of scam artists for politicians. Like, they just pocket the taxpayers' money. They always just pocket, like, they never have enough money. They're always asking for more. That's just crazy. 2 years late.
But yeah, I don't know where it goes to, but you can look it up online.
Yeah,
look up the schedule, see where the stops are.
I was gonna say maybe it's just kind of like the South Attleboro one. You know how the South Attleboro.
Because that shut down, right?
I believe so, and then someone told me it reopened, but it looks shut down. Like,
yeah.
I don't really see anyone taking the train there.
So maybe it goes up to Boston too.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
Because if that's the case, and like we ever wanted to go to a game, we don't have to drive no more.
Yeah.
We can literally just go
to
the train station and then boom.
Even just
to Boston.
Even to have like a day trip in Boston, you know what I mean? Like you don't have to drive. Remember that time we went to Boston? We almost missed the last train.
The last train to Paris. The last train back to Rhode Island. It was like scary.
We were what, like 24 around that age, I think.
We was yeah, it was your 24th. It was your no wait. It was 2016. So it was 23.
Okay, 23. So 2016, we go up to Boston. You know what I mean? We wanted to spend some quality time up there, up in the big city.
Yes,
and we're still young. We don't have that much money. We just wanted to chill in the city. So we're playing it cheap. We were walking everywhere, right? We were just walking through the park. We found this nice bar. We chilled at that bar, but we chilled there a little bit too long, and we noticed the time is getting too close to the last train. So we're like, all right, we gotta get an Uber. And then the Uber finally shows up, and we're telling him the story. He's like, I got you. And he starts whipping around the city. Freaking, we're rushing to the train station. The shit's packed. We're rushing through people, and luckily we made it right on time. And did we have to pay for a ticket, or what? How did that work? Like, it's just like a one-time ticket?
For the train, I believe you either pay for a one-way or a round trip. And I think what we paid for was a round trip. Nice, and like we can go out whatever time it's available.
Yeah.
So we managed to get on the last train. It was like close to midnight.
Wow.
I believe, because when we got there, like you said, we was walking around. We went to what is it, Shake Shack?
Yeah,
I think that was our first time.
The first time, Shake Shack. Yeah,
Shake Shack.
Because I was only in Mass at that time, I believe.
Yeah, Shake Shack was pretty good. It was packed. Then we went to the bar. We had a few drinks, and I think the pool table was available. It was free, so like we was playing pool.
Yeah, now that was a really nice bar. Like it was on this side street. It looked like
very
where
low
you could get killed. But we were like, let's go down this alleyway, and we found a nice bar, and it was like empty. Like we were like the only people there, and it was like 6 of us, so it worked out for it to be empty. And wasn't it across the street from TD Garden? I feel like it was around that area, no? Because we was at TD Garden for a little bit.
I believe so, because we bumped into the Bill Russell statue.
Oh.
Yeah, we took a pic. Yeah, and we took a picture in front of like the TD Garden banner, like outside.
I remember that.
I remember. I think Chris dropped his phone.
Oh my god! Yeah, we were running. He fucking does a jump and then just comes right out of his back pocket.
Yeah.
Boom! And it's one of those moments where it falls on the screen. So all you see right now is the back of the phone, and you hesitate. You hesitate so much because you just heard that loud smack, boom, and you don't want to pick up that phone and see it just all crack. So he goes, he picks it up, and it was good, right? Was it good? I forget.
It's so blurry. It sucks because I remember having a fun time. I remember that happening. I don't recall like it was like completely smashed.
Yeah.
And I remember Carlos was another person who lost his Ray-Bans. I think his Ray-Bans fell in the Uber, or like it fell on the ground.
Oh damn!
And it broke or something. I think he lost it in one of the Ubers.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I don't remember that though. That's crazy. He lost Ray-Bans. Yeah, we were probably just in a rush, you know what I mean? Because we literally minutes away from missing that midnight. And then we would have been like the homeless people sleeping underneath the bridge, waiting for the next one, you know?
Shit, I'm catching an Uber back home. $75, ping, come get me. What you guys doing? I bet.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm getting the Uber XL, so we're all going. And then they have the option on the app that says, "Would you like to split the fare?" I'm like, "I split 6 ways." Everyone.
Oh, they have that option?
Yeah.
Oh,
to split. Uber, yo, it's clutch.
Uber everywhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a good time for sure. But yeah, 2023, we just wanted to bring you guys in the new year with us. Hope you guys had a good 2022.
Yes, sir.
And we're hoping to be there a lot more this year. You know what I mean? We're trying to coordinate weekly episodes, but when we don't, just reminisce with us with our old episodes.
Exactly. So you know what you gotta do? Go to our YouTube channel. Like, subscribe, share with your friends on social.
Yeah, for real.
We appreciate it.
Yo, word of mouth. If not, just like it, look at it real quick. That's support too.
And we read the comments too.
Yeah,
we really
sure.
appreciate that. So,
for sure.
Big ups to y'all.
But yeah, until next time, have a good January. It's almost already over. It's crazy.
February's Thursday.
yeah. Exactly. So yeah, stay blessed.